Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Esoteric Ebb. It's a single player CRPG inspired by actual tabletop RPGs, which I mean most CRPGs are, but most CRPGs are really just tactical combat games where you can make dialogue choices and whatnot. And this one's trying harder to have kind of more of that ridiculous, you can use spider climb to climb over the ceiling, climb over a wall. You know, most video games will be like, it's a wall, you can't pass it. This one, hopefully you can climb over at least to some degree. And it also seems really goofy and offbeat from a writing perspective, which is also, as somebody who plays a lot of tabletop RPGs, you know, most CRPGs are trying to be ultra serious. None of my campaigns have ever managed to be ultra serious in the way that, say, Baldur's Gate ever was. And they had their moments of comedy, but those games were always serious and dour and, you know, charming, but not in a way that, like, any of my tabletop RPG campaigns have ever been. And so it's kind of nice seeing a game that potentially actually evokes the feeling of playing a tabletop RPG properly. It's made by Christopher Bodegard and published by Raw Fury, who are kind enough to reach out and sponsor this video. And I guess as part of that, I should also mention that Esoteric Ebb is available now. So if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. And with that, press any button. Let's start and see how it goes. I really like this art style. It's a very me art style. Ooh. Okay, so these are pretty standard. Background focus, punching bag, troll killer. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna return. There was something on the left I didn't read because I got distracted. Unless it's not gonna come back, at which point, I don't know. Okay, lore. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torna's lament, folk prayer. Okay, so we could see strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Let's see. So I have, okay, so this is full point buy. So it looks like it's just 1 pip per stat point. Okay, so strength, I see. Higher strength allows you to equip extra items, be violent or manly, useful in encounters. Dexterity, uses in stealing, thievery. Become rich as a Republican revolutionary, and just run away, dummy. What was the other one on the bottom? I didn't read it. Increased manhood. Constitution. Let's see. So uses. Hit points, esoteric connection. Your political party rolled 2% last week and you don't care, and pain is good for you. Intelligence. Uses. Prepare more spells. Think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Complete the magocratic return. Vote for yourself. Okay, what's wisdom gives us? Egalitarian hope for the Azalian working class. There are no big bad evil guys. Power your spells, be kind and see the good in all folk, and then charisma. High charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores near you. Win every conversation, say the right thing. Say whatever gets people to like you and become an apolitical force of nature. Be arguably sociopathic. Okay. So we can also take a look at different backgrounds, because each of these kind of matter. So punching bag, you're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. Troll killer, you don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you, sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Kiosk kid, your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. Lore enthusiast, I think I found my wife's class. Crowd pleaser. Inevitably, you ended up in the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up the slang and radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. Little weirdo. You were a novelty to them. The boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you're quite good at it. Asgalist activist. Your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos, and worse, dwarf propaganda. Oh, hell yeah. Earthguard recruit. 1 friend. Okay, what is this one? After arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training drilled into the city code and virtues, but you survived. 1 friend. You really only ever prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage as always. Okay, Acolyte. There's a lot of these. Tower Apprentice, Arcane Prodigy, Palace Pawn. I wonder if these give us different dialogue options. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong, praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. Esoteric Expert. Revolutionary Scribe. Abject Apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine, you'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. Dead Cleric. Huh. And then Punching Bag. Background focus. Okay. I did kind of like the idea of being like the dwarf propagandist as, do I need to explain this? I don't think I do. Okay. So, as a dwarf propagandist, we are going to do our best to be a dwarf something or other. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to just have kind of a little of... Oh, interesting. So we can change our proficiency, which also gives us a bonus. So proficiency gives us an automatic +2 to something. Well, in that case, do we want to go something like that? Dexterity is for suckers, and we're not very bright. We'll get some strength. Okay, so I think we've gone full dwarf cleric build here. I guess the charisma is not exactly dwarf cleric, but it's fine. We're a charming dwarf. Okay, roll. A low strength cleric is a weak sniveling rat. Oh, I see. These are... Okay, a low constitution cleric will die, panics over everything, listens to his gut, and is... Oh, I took this off. I guess it's fine, though. Like, we could potentially do 2 of these. Still keep the proficient in constitution. Just give me a little bit of strong in case I need it. And I know we get a goblin sidekick, so I'm probably going to have them be all dexterity intelligence, and hopefully they cover my butt. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The clumsiest cleric in the city. Albeit one with incredible conversational skills. Hell yeah. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to always play the winning side. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. And only 6 decks? Don't try to steal anything, okay? Alright, speak with the dead. Oh, I see. This is loading stuff. This seems very 5th edition. I wonder if it is, like, fully. It seems like it is. Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Right, your name. It's one of those Norvokian names. Starts with an R. Rogan? Stay silent. Good. Play hard to get. You say nothing. Another question for the darkness. What is your occupation? Success. What is this, an interrogation? Success. You are dead. Stay silent. Honestly, since you don't know who you're dealing with here, I agree. It's probably smart to shut up. Takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. The Goblin Chieftain, she needs you. Stay silent. Yeah, no, giving away your personal aspirations like that could totally come back to bite you. Staying quiet causes a deep silence to fall upon the darkness, till is broken by the next question. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. This is set up. It has to be. Success. National Party of Norvik, of course. If you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgalists. Free Striders, maybe? Maybe? Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are. Exhausting. Stay silent. Silence is golden, when it comes to politics at least. The voice is fading. This is the end, the final question. How did you die? Following your convictions. Drowning in the river. Same way you lived, unable to step out of the uniform, not even for a second. Stay silent until the darkness ends. Look! I'm gonna rabble-rouse. I'm really curious of what these choices even mean. And we'll find out. That does not look like a cleric that can swim, let me tell you. I gotta see if the soundtrack for this is good. I saw it was on Bandcamp, and I was considering picking it up. But I usually prefer to play a game before I, just listen to the OST. Because I don't want to spoil any of the good songs without the, proper timing, if that makes sense. Like, imagine listening to the Nier soundtrack without playing Nier. I'm sure people do it. It just feels wrong to me. I look at the Steam page's description for this says, become a cleric of legends or completely ruin the campaign. This feels like it's one of those games that you really could probably play a multitude of times and it would be absolutely wild. Maybe. Did we get resurrected by an apple necromancer? What is going on here? Day 1, March 22nd, 27 PE. You. A fresh start. Success, your heartbeat is loud, screaming. Your body aches. It's stiff, as if you've slept for days. Ready for a glorious quest to continue. Success. Quest. Task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. Look around you. Circular stone chamber, storage for apples and corpses. Check your stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Failure. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Wait, what's this about a quest? Move on. Oh, yes, a quest. You're on a quest to save the city. Earth be blessed. Save the city? Do I remember everything? Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Your thoughts are scattered, but your mind is fine. Your quest was given yesterday. Remember the tea shop. The tea shop? Yep, the tea shop that blew up. It'll be a tough one. Might take days. A quest. I like those. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. Just a job. I've done this before. Oh. Gain experience 5. You haven't, really. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard malicious service, as well as a few years at the towers. Earthguard, heroes of Norvik, keepers of city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Norvik, your home city, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War. It's built upon several layers of ancient ruins. Coast War, Great War. A conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds, as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting. That you know. Wait, how much time do I have? Election week added. Until the election, duh. Which is in 6 days. No, it's not. What the hell? It's in 5 days. Depends on your definitions. Definitions of what? Time? The Patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea shop before election day. You must honor this request and complete this quest. Time only advances when you make new choices and dialogues. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop? More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. There's also bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. There's that feeling again. The feeling you're about to enter a path from which there's no way back. No way back? That doesn't sound too good. Good or bad? You won't know until you've reached the end. That's very ominous. You feel dizzy. The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Your body aches, its contents rotting. You must consume an apple, now! Just take it easy. You might have failed getting the first 200 or 300 people to like you, but you've got 500,000 other folks to fool in the city. It is with utmost confidence that you know eventually someone has to love you. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. Rub your temples. As you do, your fingers touch upon cold steel. It is covering your entire head. Can I take it off? No. I wouldn't do that. Like ripping off your own face. Not a good idea. Not yet. Can't wait until you do. Okay, thank you. Apple. Behold. An apple looks better than the ones in the pile. Trifle. Garden apple. Inventory. Consume apple. Okay, empty feet slots. Deep storage. Deep storage. Why? What is deep storage? Oh no. Helm. Practically your face. Do not take it off. No, I will not. Okay, this is really neat. Okay, we also have rags. This isn't yours, is it? Oh, I'm going to trifle through it anyway. Tattered cloak. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. It is light blue and tattered, and it was once yours. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It's been ripped to shreds at the base, but you can still use it. Please don't, this thing is disgusting. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Wring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor in the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. Beware, someone must have mixed water and salt here. A foul chemical concoction. It is still quite wet. Should I wear this? No! But I'm not a rogue? Sorry, the word I'm not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. Please rephrase. That's not one word, though. So pedantic. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside, into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Yes, you are very lucky. You're like 1,000,000 crowns on the market. Crowns, the Norvikian coin, the main coinage in Norvik. Of course, you don't truly own the pouch of holding. It's property of the state, treated as such. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Okay. Behold, a divine shrine covered in apples. You stare at the blue rag. It's draped over the outline of someone. How is this guy sleeping down here? Sir, you can't sleep down here. Cold corpse, no response. Give it up. Nothing to gain here. Sir, please don't ignore me. Silent treatment, huh? No breathing, no movements, nothing. Oh. Oh, he's dead. No shit. Actually, check under the rag. Underneath, you find the cold corpse of a human. Human, tall and beautiful like yourself, known as pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Thinning blonde hair, unkempt facial hair. Yeah, this guy looks fresh, like he could just sit up and talk to you. The difficulty class of a dice choice is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. You select dice choice, then you can roll a 20-sided die. You get the same or higher as the DC you succeed on the roll. I'm good with corpses, right? What do you mean? Like I've been trained to handle them, right? You know exactly what you're doing. Formal training is for people without true talent. Oh, right. I mostly dealt with paperwork. Paper and ink, baby. Dreadful work. DC 8. You believe in your non-existent abilities. Ha! Not great. There's something strange here. We must look closer. Lean in, look closer. Harsh scars cover the skin. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Make sure to check the back as well. Try to move the corpse. The moment you touch it, black veins appear all over its skin. Feeling of impending doom comes over you. Your stomach drops, followed by a wave of pain. I die. Oh, and survive. Necrotic energies. Let go of the damn corpse. Drop it. The moment you let go, the pain subsides. The dark mist marks on its skin disappear as quickly as they showed up. What a horrific spell. The corpse is cursed by something wicked beyond your powers. You should at least have a sign up. Like, don't touch the dead. They're full of black magic. You slowly cover up the corpse once more. Let's not speak of this. You need to look deeper into this. What the hell kind of magic is cast on this thing? Something horrific, truly evil. Whatever it is, don't touch it again. It's okay to loot him, right? Yeah. As long as he doesn't wake up or anything. You can suffer the loss of moral integrity. Not like the guy will complain, but don't go around talking about it too loud, okay? It would be dishonorable. Only take what you need for your quest. Who was this guy? His hands are calloused. He's built like a sarcophagus. Just a man, a dead man. An honorable dead man. Why is he here? It's a morgue, lich house, clearly. Corpses are kept on cooling in places like this, before cremation or burials. Kulai. Jenny slang for I understand you, my friend, and or client. Should stop bothering the corpse now. Okay. So we looked at it. Have we engaged with it? Oh, we did. So I could kind of need both, honestly. Considering I almost died horribly seconds ago. I think I might need to give myself some intelligence. If I get the chance. Vase of leaves smells lovely. Incense. Really hope there isn't like a downside for just looking at all of these things. Or looting them. Very important piece of paper. Voting card. -1 intelligence. Probably need it. Divine scripture. Where it does not belong. Shield of faith. Great mountain of apples. A divine shrine covered in apples. The Shrine of Earth. The runes fill your senses as you approach. The color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity, and worse, is covered in rotting apples. Sacred shrine left in this state, insult to Earth and all of his people. Indeed. Yet you are very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. The city is lost, but it is not yet lost. This is giving me a headache. Politics is exhausting. Remove the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. Small improvement, but big in the heart. These things are still around, huh? Are these rare? No, you will find shrines like this all over Norvik. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. Earth, your god. There are many gods, listening to our prayers, always. Just remember that they might not respond so clearly. Earth. I need to play to Earth. You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that is underappreciated. Kneel. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has a reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends 1 spell slot at the corresponding level. Okay, pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That's it. Contemplate the election. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always finish your prayer. Prepare your spells. Cure wounds. Shield of faith. Okay, prepared spell 0, spell difficulty, collected cantrips, spells, some other things. What if I can immediately cure my own wounds and then rest again? Well, I feel better. Okay. Can't I heal here through divine assurance or something? Not precisely. The gods do not grant divine interventions for minor injuries. Of course you can heal here, but only if you pray hard enough. Attempt a prayer of healing. Failure. Ouch. You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. Recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Mend you. Huh. Well, that's something. Sure is, but you sense there's something you missed. What were those words, the ones you learned at the Towers? The Towers, the home of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as OACN. Ocean, maybe? Cleric, okay. So, prepare spells again. Oh, but I already used my one spell slot, maybe. Still, I was pretty hurt. Engage, trifle, behold. Behold! A guy looks indecisive. You approach the shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread on his dried face. What is your name, sir? He doesn't even turn to look at you. Identify yourself, citizen. His glassy dark eyes just stare forward into nothing. Is that a zombie? Sir, you are a member of the undead. He does not respond. Not even a groan. How disappointing. What's he doing? Zombie is attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. Found this voting card over here. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He keeps working slowly. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. I forget what my background was. You're very rude. Did you know that? The zombie appears to rattle a bit. Nope, found another out-of-place apple. Okay, we need to establish an Asgalist government. The only way for us average peasants to not fall back into the oppression of feudalism, or worse, magocracy. Government with heart. The zombie keeps moving apples. The social democratic model of dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work with our human dwarven majority populace. The fleshy ball plank does not reply or counter your words. Am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. He does not have an opinion of any kind. Should I defeat this zombie? Yes, it is only just. Undead are not to be allowed in Norvik. Guy's not harming anyone. Honestly, he's probably more of a productive member of society than you. No offense. Attack the zombie. Go away. Let's go away for now. He won't move. Basket of apples. Looks okay-ish. Oh, we might actually have to defeat this guy. Let's take a look the other way around. Spiral staircase. Ancient architecture. Good morning, cleric. Viskin's lair. Viskin, local mortician. Alright, we know nothing about him. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. That symbol is on a lot of official documents in the city. That is the Great Perch of Norvik. Drake-like sea creature found along River Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually the Great Perch became the symbol of the great city. Okay. I'm just going to kind of pick a couple of these. If you want to read them, you're welcome to. Up and about are we? Wonderful. Death is death. Or death. This is death. I'm Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. Appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, let me know. He smiles at you. But his eyes say something else. His smile causes you to stir a deep feeling of unease. It's almost there, but not quite. A look around the room. Dimly lit and damp, a musky stench lingering in the air. You see books and flasks, the stone altars around the circular chamber. There are several corpses present. Did you save my life? Puts down his pen. Your life is your own. You owe me nothing, however. I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you here certainly thought so. Not that I blame them, you weren't exactly in prime condition. You never are. River Takey added. They'd caught you in their net, believe it or not. Such a strange tale. Not dead, just a bit wet. How'd I end up in the river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. Sounds like the start of a great drinking story. The I woke up in a lich house tale. You don't have a lot of those, so that's good. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. All the time, he repeats. I can confirm. The pale man glances at the ledger next to him. 5 cases this year alone. Who were the fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Find them, they told the truth. Where can I find the fishermen? He ponders the question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. Perhaps try Waterlane. It's just a guess. Okay. So it's a massive tunnel. Oh, interesting. So a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It's a marvel of dwarven engineering. And it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges. Considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Good guess, lots of boaters hang out around there. Either that or the local tavern. Hope you find them. So I'm in fact alive? Pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. Some other questions. Okay. Impossible. So, wisdom DC. 2 DC, there's a zombie downstairs and dark magic on the corpse below. There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. Sure. Why is it there? We're closely connected to the city below. The undead seemingly wander in as they please. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sugarleaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. Oh, so it's a misunderstanding then. Good. You kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples. Fascinating behavior. It does not appear very fascinated. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause you no trouble here. Gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. Isn't that right, Oast? Yes, master. Great to have that cleared up. I have some other questions. Move on. Shoot. Require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric. Anything for the city. I don't know where to go. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively Fort Vivlad. Complete and utter despair, flesh and bone. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. Okay. What rumor? Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She's down in the Goblin Garden. Goblins are green. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. The name is spoken in both reverence and fear. Yeah, you don't want to F with that one. Dragon of Tolstad added. They call her the Dragon of Tolstad. Goblins live in a garden? Well, not quite. You'll see when you get there. And when you do, make sure to pay your respects. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would go so far as to call her a de facto lawkeeper here of this island fortress. A sliver of genuine tone slips out. He has great respect for this dragon. You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstad, the pale man says, and keeps on scribbling on his papers in front of you. He does not value your time. You called me cleric, make air quotes. I did, yes. Because you are a cleric, don't make an ass of yourself. What gave it away? He stops for a second and glares at you. The facade drops, but for a moment. A heavily armored man in Earthguard colors, with a prayer book on his hip. The book is not your possession right now, but it must be near if the pale man has seen you with it. They might have found you in the river, but you clearly are of city stock. Could be a happenstance, could it? Could it? Could? He puts down his pen and stares at you. How's that head of yours, cleric? Bit rattled is all. I think I've been reborn. Oh, sounds like a religious experience. It was. I am the cleric. Good for you. Class conflict. An example of that sarcasm thing mentioned before. Your purpose is here. You serve the city as a cleric of the river. Though I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes, if you're a clergy, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Holy man on a holy mission. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. Rules are meant to be broken. You are not some stiff council man. However, you must be an arcane cleric. One of the 3 pillars of magic represented by the forces that make up all the esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strings tap into these powers, programming the laws of existence around their whims. Okay. No, I am the chosen one. I'm sorry, this is very silly. It is an option. You're correct. I'm an arcane cleric. I am the chosen one. The pale man stops and ponders your response. Chosen for what? To die. Been there, done that. Really? Good luck with that. That's all the help I need, thanks. Okay, I'm going to go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, else your voting card. Peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry over there, he says, and points across the chamber. Ah, so that they could dry, since they were wet. How good. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That's an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It'll surely prove useful to you. Esoteric pocket. An area overtaken by esoteric magic, exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, with the infinite wastes being theorized to be filled with nothing but esoteric magic. Term for naturally occurring magic caused by the shape and form of Jor's realm, sometimes called wild magic or Jor's discord. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid they must be at the bottom of the river Torna. Damn, you have to pick something up. Pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer. Good, you do not need arms in this city. You need heart. Oh, shut up. Good blade can make anyone speak. Got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. Only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. His words burn a hole in your heart. While exploring the city, you may move faster by running. Double click or hold shift. Oh. So grab our pocket watch. So this gives us intelligence and advantage in esoteric events. Wait, how do I equip it? Here? Okay. So we have the voting card, but that makes me dumb. We have this, which gives me dexterity, but lowers my charisma. No thank you. Okay. Ost, Chief of Security. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Even the small blade can fell a giant. Watch out for this one. Masters say you behave. You're adorable. Kobold glares at you. Complete utter annihilation, the aura of a conqueror, a killer. Your soul shudders. A battle of will. Do not give in. Glare back. Your eyes meet each other, still, ever vigilant. Keep glaring. The kobold does not move. Glare some more. Yep, you're staring at each other. You're doing it. Glare. Eyes meet eyes. Glare, glare! You're looking at the kobold's yellow eyes. Stare in an angry or fierce way. Looking hard. Lean closer to the kobold's stern face. You should probably stop doing this. Kobold meets your gaze and keeps meeting it. Keep staring. Okay. If there was an option for this... Oh my god. Sadly, there's nothing. I don't think I'm getting anything more out of this. Fair. The kobold looks at you with cold expression, determined, confident. He's not glaring at you, that's just his default expression. An expression of death. I have some questions for you. Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred? Incident? Tea shop blow up. Boom! Big boom? Big boom. When it happened, I was on Waterlane. On mission. A mission? Not a mission. I meant to say errand. What were you doing on Waterlane? Milk. Doing milk? Deliver. You deliver milk? Yes, side hustle. I want to know a lot less. Ask questions about the milk. Oh my god, why is there so many questions? I feel like this is written by a madman, and I love it. Okay. Do you like milk? No. Milk is a form of pure vitality, nature's most precious liquid. I also don't like milk. Damn, we failed that. You start stuttering, sweating. A piece of your soul leaves your body as words escape your lips. I also do not like milk. No one in the universe believes you. Do kobolds produce milk? You know what? Why not? No. Who buys the milk? Humans. Waterlane humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn. It pays. Where does the milk come from? Cows. Just cows? Just. Can I have some milk? No. Valiant effort. I don't have anything else to ask about the milk. Milk curious. What? What is this knowledge is okay. This knowledge will be very useful. You probably shouldn't look too deeply into this. There's no money to be made in milk, right? How'd you get this gig? Not a gig. What is it then? I'm a devoted servant for master. You're angering the kobold. Keep going. Got it. You are a kobold. Not question next. Try to save the question. DC plus, you stared at him. Ouch. You bite your tongue. The taste of blood fills your mouth. The pain changes your brain chemistry for a moment, leaving your mind in shambles. Oh no, sir, hurry to save the situation. Say something, anything. Oh god, it happened again. Kobold stares at you. Savor the taste. You can't speak in this condition. Don't even try. Use this to your advantage. Intimidate him with your life's liquid. Blood starts to drip down your chin. Spit out blood through the gap in your helmet. What are you? The kobold mutters and watches you splatter fresh blood and saliva all over the floor. Groan and say, point at it and say, that's what you get. Cleric, what is the kobold mutters? He's baffled. Your actions have truly made a mark on his dark soul. You've somehow managed to make the stoic kobold speechless. Congratulations. Smile. Your inexplicable, perceivable bloody smile is sure to cause havoc. The kobold stares at you. You wipe the remaining blood off. There's a limited supply of that, you know. Just so you know. Okay, let's leave. I love this game. This is so stupid. Alright. So, behold. Wait, is that? Ruined prayer book. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, were completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. No, 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 by Earth. This is your prayer book, so many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'll cost a fortune. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a disgrace. Take the ruined prayer book. Open manual for esoteric geometry. You know this already. Thick tome lies on the slab. Too much reading. Engage with reading. So many books, basic manuals, arcanist histories, novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. Okay, autobiography by Prax. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. Here's the thing, I only have so much voice. This will ruin me if I have to read the whole thing. But we did read a book and got some experience from it. Oh, but this is costing me time. Okay. So we don't have unlimited time to do all of this stuff. So the more I faff around, potentially the more it costs me. Stone slabs are designed to slide along iron beams. Interesting. Mushrooms. Possibly edible. You know, I'm gonna go back downstairs for a hot second. Can I rob the zombie? Wisdom tooth. Or, oof. Okay. Well, the zombies bit me, which is bad. I did try and... Okay, hold up. I think I'm gonna have to heal myself again. Okay, let's engage with the zombie and attack the zombie. Counters are turn-based conflicts, where each participant takes turns rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you're able to perform one dice action, as well as cast a spell of your choosing. Orders determined by initiative roll, which I'm bad at. We're tied. I don't know what happens. Fight! How are you slower than the damn zombie? The zombie just stands there. You got all the time in the world. Your turn. Show him no mercy. Strength, shove him. Constitution, keep your composure, wait and see. And dexterity. Okay, keep your composure, wait and see. You take a deep breath. Staring at the zombie's every move, you stay put. The zombie is hostile. Next snaps around, the weathered face now facing yours. The zombie bites down on you hard. Hurts, even through the armor. Okay, the zombie's off the hook. You didn't really do anything to piss him off, did you? The undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Does that include you? Yes. You should probably de-escalate, just a tip. Switch gears, try to manipulate him. You kept calm. DC 2. This is a hollow animated corpse. He's magically bound to listen to orders, so I try giving him orders. Listen to me, I'm your master. Serve me. The zombie does not seem to respond. Maybe he's just delayed. Don't give up. This ends now. Snaps with his mouth. He latches on hard. Final chance. Do not falter. Still take control. Pretend you're his master. Be ready. Dominate the creature. Serve me, abomination. It stares at you. The erratic movements replaced with ominous stillness. You've got his attention. Now hit it again with an order. I order to, well, what do you want him to do? Knock yourself out! The zombie stares at you in silence for a few seconds. Then it punches itself in the face. You stare at the now on-moving creature. A craven's way, but efficient. No, collude him! Victory. Ported goods. The receiver is marked HWBT. Almost empty box, except for a stale treat in a pouch. Crate filled with sand. What? Inspect the crate. You notice a little marking on the back with the letters HBWT. Lid's been tossed behind it. Look at the sand. Crate is filled to the brim. It's just sand. Touch the sand. Gloved hand trails across the surface. Sand shifts slightly at your touch. What? Is it growing? Underlying choices are more risky, but might offer more rewards. Go deeper! Dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Then you feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Wait, your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Struggle! You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. A sizzling groan fills your ears. Fight it. I should give up, right? The sand will be a benevolent master. Yes, the sand is simply too strong. You grow weaker. Whatever you do not let it get the helm. Escape without losing your helmet. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. The hazy noise of a head no longer filled with so much blood screams in your ears. I will not die in this crate! Filled with pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. It pays off within seconds. The rock-hard grip of the sand loosens, then it drops entirely. Swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you. Gah! Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. You stumble back. Glancing over the crate, you see its contents now lie still, like nothing happened. You should put on the lid to make sure this does not happen to someone else. Carefully put on the lid. You take a very, very careful step towards the crate and grab the lid. Then you place it gently on top. Your job is done. I've done a great service to the community. Leave. Sword. Slightly broken standard issue Earthguard blade. Taking it. Strength minus wisdom. Glow glass. Very common magic item. What else do we have? Door inside this tunnel. Damn, I can't get through here. Well, do we go to the city below? Maybe? I'm not a very good investigator. I haven't even left. Like, if I wanted to, I could have spent an entire hour here. Which would have been very funny. Taking a step forward, you touch a thin cord. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. A contraption is now in motion. Is that a snake or something? Huh? Avoid the trap. It tightens around your boot. With a violent tug, you're forced to the ground, hitting the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge. No, 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 flail and scream. You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent has stopped, and now you're simply left hanging. Seems like I'm in a bit of a pickle. You don't say. How long can I hang like this? Not long. Your skull is pooling. Within minutes, you'll lose control of your mind. Look up at the rope. You see how it's connected to a series of pythons wedged below and to the side of the stone walkway. next to you is a hanging rock that acts as a counterweight. Let's see. Pull yourself up. Man, I suck. A deep breath. You heave yourself forward, grabbing the rope attached to your ankle. Your muscles strain. Pain. Your weight is too much. Groan in pain. Pull yourself up. A final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards, one gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until you roll over the edge. Get the rope off. Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Free, safe, alive. What kind of evil piece of shit makes a trap like this? Laugh like a madman. Your laughter rings out in the empty chasm below. Have you lost it or what? Take a deep breath. Air fills your lungs. You're alive. Check out the rope. Extremely sturdy rope, thick, soft to the touch. You do not know much about this material. It must be exotic. At the knots you see a series of burned-in letters. Someone's left a message at the ends of the rope itself. Behold, Bulba Slop. Bulba. Last of the Titans, fought against the dragons of Vergini. Died in a hazy swamp. His corpse spawned many monstrosities across the copse. Kraid. Creepy. Let's go. I should probably heal at some point. Where am I going? What is here? What is any of this stuff? You look up the pillar. Esoteric Ebb. The relic rises upward, endlessly upwards. Right, this old thing. It was here before Earth and will be here after you, remaining until the end. Another gate to another time. Looks a bit broken, cracked. Yes. You're certain it's indestructible, but clearly it was once not. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air, especially as it reaches upwards into the clouds above the city. What kind of power would be able to damage this? Gods. Can I make money off this thing? No way. I don't even take admission to see it since it's such a trivial sight. How many of these pillars exist? 8? Something like that, one for each band. But ours is the best, right? They're equally useless. It's a sign of Earth's power, so yes, this is the best one. They're seen as a status symbol by many, like a legitimization thing. But the fact is, no one's managed to make use of them in any way, despite their esoteric nature. So the Pillars of Jor are relegated to being visual landmarks, seen from across the coast, through clouds and mist for miles. So what do I do with it? You can always attempt to focus on it, learn from the ancient relic. Since you're a master of all esoteric things, you could probably crack the secret of the pillar, learn how it works and master it, and gain ultimate power and so on. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle. Power. Listen. He is speaking to you. Touch the pillar. Touch the cold pillar. Place your hand on the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it's seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god or king or people? The thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you will join that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now, try feeling it. God, I suck. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus. Your mind placed squarely at the esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow and you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. Here you are, instead holding it against your heart, shaking. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Touching it again. Okay, I need a shard for that. Well, that's a shard, ain't it? Hey, do we have anything else around here? What are you? A rat. Not really running from you. Trifle. White rat. Why? I do not know. Can I... Does this allow for save scumming? It does. I probably should have tried that. Oh. Oh, right. Engage with it again. Spend a shard to unlock. There we go. Your gloved hand presses against the surface. You find the will to listen, to bear the burden of that solemn voice. Close your eyes and pray, silently mumbling the same words as always, to your God, to your people, to this great city. It fades, the voices grow, not in size but in number. Some of them join in your prayer, some dismiss it, some hate it. Before you, a dark landscape stretches, covered in bodies of the damned and the waiting, their souls on display for judgment and callous sorting. Among them, you see one face turn to look at you. First you believe it to be him. Then you understand, as the man, who appears to be both younger and older, gives you the kind of look of regret a father would have upon seeing the return of a lost child. Turns to face the stairs. You watch him go again, again, again. Your heart is racing, blood pumping. Get a grip. You get a grip. The vision is faded. Whatever you saw quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper here, it screams. Go down, further down. You understand plainly. There's more to this pillar than you need to investigate. In time, and further below. It's a questing tree. So we've just picked up a whole mess of random information. Some of which matters, some of which does not. Wait, crown collection, coin capture, cash sidnapping. There are many ways to describe it. Get rich or die trying. The only way to do it is to obviously get this milk delivery gig. Try checking around the water lane in the morning. Why? This is wild. Okay, journal, some other things. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot, but that's okay. Door, how interesting. Engage with the door. You approach the firmly shut doors. They appear to not be open. The legendary, horrifying OWD. These are all over any proper dungeon. OWD? Dungeon? Have you looked around? Legendary. Truly. Horrifying? Yeah. In a figurative sense. Logistically, maybe. Should be. Should be. OWD. The one and only one-way door. They keep popping up all over the place, underneath Norvik. Sometimes upstairs too, but that's rare. So I'll need to find the other side to open it. That's the logic here. Yes. Right, well, I'll have to keep an eye out. Wonder what happens if you run out of time in this game. Well, this is another way down, maybe. The wall here, it's a door. You detect something unusual about this section of wall. Specifically the ornate skull. This is a doorway. Run your hand along the surface. Your gloved fingers trace the stone. Smooth, cold, ordinary. But wait. One section feels different. A tile, distinct from the others. Press the tile. You push. A soft click. The wall shudders. And then it opens. And this is why I put points into wisdom. I do kind of wish I had put some points into intelligence over strength. Revealing a dark passage beyond. Cold air rushes out. Smell of old stone and dust. Earth's first crypt. Okay. Damn. This game must have been fun to illustrate. Oh, there's stuff here. I wonder if there's an option for just auto run. These are kind of fun, actually, for like font sizes and stuff, but mostly I just wanted to be able to sprint all the time. Alas. Literal pile of skulls, thousands, each life taken by war, suffering, of time itself. The eternal cycle. You will join them soon. This is insane, so many bodies. You know well about this. This is the first of the containment crypts. Area designated as confinement for bodies to avoid risk of undeath. Many are erected beneath Norvik during the years of attempted reclaimment from the Cursed Lands. The first, this is Earth's first crypt, built for himself, by himself. These bones belong to the curse victims, those claimed by the Cursed Lands horrors. Destined to rise as undead hordes, Earth sent many expeditions to the east, each an attempt to reclaim the spirits, the literal bones of those who were left behind. Entire ships were loaded with the many, many bodies, brought ashore to Norvik, then put into these crypts. Unmarked graves, yes, but consecrated all the same. An attempt at total redemption. Earth did his duty, doing his best to cleanse the world and free the spirits of his fallen people. Indeed. And as you can see, it was a success. These bones do not move. They are not held in the crazed vitriol of negative necromantic energy. They are at rest, even in this horrid state. Watch them carefully. They do not move. So these are all the people who died in the Curse Lands? Yes. The greatest tragedy of your people. This is how they ended up, simply due to the issue of numbers. There are too many bodies to give proper burial sites to each of them, even after burning the flesh. Since the ocean or river burials are more problematic due to horror issue, this was the best option. Bow your head to the dead and leave. Like the sheer amount of rat. Hold up. Black rat. I don't know what I'm using them for, but I'm collecting them. Horrid noise in the dark. Moving, a mess of rusty iron and clattering bones. Moving towards you. It calls to you. Roll initiative. God, I suck. Incoming undead. It's set on killing you. Taking stilted steps towards you, the skeleton raises its sword hand. The blade comes down, striking you in the shoulder. A bone-chilling shriek emanates from the skull. You must defend yourself and smite this foul abomination. The bones are outside of its body. They must return. Okay, well, for starters, cure wounds. And then we give him a hug. I mean, I could try and punch him. I don't know how much HP he has. Does he have 12? No, that's initiative. Well, dodging is not a forte. Can I tell it to stop? Yeah, no. Talking ain't gonna help you here. Would hugging it help in any way? No! Punch it. DC 18. Your swing misses the skeleton completely as it jitters back in an unnatural fashion. As if it's animated by some foul punch dodging force. This might be your last chance. The skeleton's growing more and more frantic. Skeleton gives off a deep hiss as it again strikes at you, stabbing you right in the chest. 4 damage! Nail stops it from reaching your heart. You'll have to push it further. Look for weakness. God, I'm terrible. You look around the skeleton's scrap-covered bones as it wriggled around, but alas, you cannot find some mystical weakness. Not in this chaos. Bones and iron stabilizes in front of you, focusing on its only task. Hasn't been long, but you realize the skeleton's getting its bearings. This will be the end. Skeleton lines up a strike. You see it coming. As time itself slows down just for your final moment, you watch as the rusted blade perfectly strikes at your throat. Death by skeleton. End of the string, get instant death. The cleric died like a true cleric should, in battle with the undead. Perhaps one day he will join them. Okay, so what happens if I continue? Oh, we know that's just loading screen stuff. So there's this autosave before I went that direction. Fair enough. I was wondering if there would be any kind of like time loop bonuses or anything like that, but the answer is no. Well, we died. Anyway, I enjoyed that. I thought that was a lot of fun. I think my haphazard character building probably did not work out great for me. I think if I had better armor and equipment, I would have had a better time of it, but that thing was rolling 4die4 damage, so oof. That's a chunky skeleton. I don't think I can be fighting it anytime soon, and that's fine. Maybe if I got really lucky with my rolls, but I for sure did not. Okay, well, now that I've died horribly, I might as well say that Esoteric Ebb is now available on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It is a good time. Obviously, I had a bad time at the end there, but that's okay. I was kind of looking for a good stopping point, and that skeleton was more than happy to fill the role. I don't know. It's one of those where I'm always looking for a good like closing point on a video, especially for a game I really, really like, where I could just keep going forever and play the whole dang thing. And so having a random enemy just murk me is a good way out. Anywho, I really like this. I think it's extremely cool. I think if I were to play this again, or poke at this again, I might try a different setup. It kind of feels like, well, I don't know, because combat is hard. But it seemed like we had a lot of options. Maybe I just needed better equipment or levels or something. Because I'm a min-maxer in these games. And so the whole time I was playing that, I was kind of second-guessing my build choices. Charisma seemed not amazingly helpful, whereas intelligence might have actually been really good. So I think if I were to do this again, I'd almost maybe try and invert some things around, give me intelligence, and use wisdom as a dump stat, Wait, here's a question. Can I actually mess with this? Can I lower it down? No. Okay, so that is the absolute, low. 6 is the absolute lowest, which makes sense because if you go too far down, your character is, sub-sentient, and that's not great. Anyway, like I was saying, I really like this game. I'm really curious about the character portraits. I wonder if there's a wider variety or if these are actually more important NPCs than I think they are. Unfortunately, we had a very, very limited lens of the game just because there's so much dialogue to sort through. And I was being maybe a little bit narrowly focused. But on the flip side, I had a very good time having a staring contest with the kobolds, investigating its milk. Don't think too hard about that. I did manage to wrest control of the zombie. I almost kind of wish if there were... I almost kind of wonder if there was a different outcome that I could have used it for, like actually having a zombie minion. Then again, that would probably get me executed, so who am I kidding? Anyway, with all that said, I guess I was starting to say this before I got distracted, but Esoteric Ebb is now available on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play yourselves, just follow the link into the description below. It is a genuinely good time. I'd actually say, I would almost say that this is like Disco Elysium, but more fun. Disco Elysium was plenty fun, but this one very much carries that energy, but it has that like fantasy D&D whimsy and magic. And the fact that, you know, it really does have these magical artifacts from an Age of Gods, honestly is giving me a little bit of like Age of Sigmar vibes too, which I really, really like. And one that I want to see more of. I'll probably play this off camera just because, oh gosh, reading that much dialogue is really hard on my voice and my throat. And so there's only so much I can do about it. But it is one of those that I do very much look forward to playing more. Because I feel like I'm going to get some really good ideas from this for my own tabletop RPG campaigns. Anywho, I guess with all of that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. And of course, before I go, I should say a very quick thank you to Christopher Bodegard and Raw Fury for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you, and it was a ton of fun. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.